Eh, oh, sorry. Messed up the intro on that one, but fuck it, we're gonna leave it. I like to be genuinely my shit. Anyways, welcome back, everybody, to another video. I know it's been a while since this whole beef went down. This was like 2016. This was a long time ago. And it's not necessarily that I just started YouTube is the reason I want to talk about this. More or less, the reason I want to talk about this is I feel like a few years have gone by since the beef went down. And at the time, what MGK said may have not have held any water. And the whole thing was judged of at the time. But I think now that things have come out, things have happened, I think it might be time to reanalyze the whole incident. I mean, I had a different perspective right from the get-go, but definitely now there is some perspective there. Like, if you're coming from my Snapchat, one of the lines that I put on my Snapchat story yesterday, and you know what I'm going to say, is where MGK said, you claiming I'm going to call Puff when you're the one that called Diddy. Okay, I wouldn't doubt Eminem did call Diddy. And here's the problem with that. What is Diddy known for? Am I not wrong? Diddy's locked up right now for some pretty fucked up shit. So if Eminem surrounds himself with people like that, well, that kind of says something about the guy. If you surround yourself with people like that, that says a lot about you. Just saying, anybody around Epstein, that said a lot about them. They were down for that shit, obviously. If you were hanging out with him, thought he was a good guy. So it says a lot about Eminem here. Him wanting to hang out with Diddy and calling Diddy and using Diddy as fucking, his big call. Even though he already has, he's produced by Dre. Like, Dre found him. So he clearly has people that are quite bigger than Diddy able to stop these and get involved in these dramas if you're going to even bother using that. But instead he goes and uses Diddy, showing where he's actually close to when beef jumps down, that he's willing to go get Diddy, not fucking Dr. Dre. I want to go down to another thing that MGK said. Now, MGK said, I didn't get all my shit with Dre producing me. Again, that's another point. Eminem got discovered by Dr. Dre, and that's the only reason Eminem's famous. For somebody who's sitting there talking about having so much quote-unquote skill, he had to be found by somebody else who was already big in the game, and then get promoted up into the level that he was at. MGK fucking made his own name for himself. He walked in the fucking bitch, kicked the fucking door down. Eminem has done what, 4 or 5 rock type songs, but he keeps to the rap genre. MGK has cracked off the sad music genre, the emo genre, the rock genre, the rap genre. He's cracked off every genre and has fucking performed expertly in each. I maybe this is down to opinion, but I've never heard a bad MGK song. I'm just saying. Now, I've heard some bad Eminem songs. In preparation for this video, for example, I decided to go back and listen to the whole drama. I went on YouTube and I searched up, the drama in full, the whole beef, of the rap beef. And that's when I came to find out, and I did know this, but I never heard Eminem's secret diss that's created the beef, per se. Really, the beef starts out from MGK, basically saying that he had a crush on Eminem's daughter. Back when he was fucking 18, 16, 17, pretty young, and she was pretty much the same age. So, MGK having a crush on somebody like that kind of makes sense. So this has started all over someone saying, I have a crush on somebody. Quite petty drama to start over. Then, the secret diss that I listened to was pretty fucking petty. And not only was it petty, it was just kind of stupid. He's like, the only thing that's common between me and you is Payless, and just starts naming off a bunch of random shit that fucking doesn't even make sense to a diss. I'm heavily under the influence or under the belief that whoever is majorly on Eminem being like, oh yeah, Eminem won that, I think they're just Eminem dick riders. Anybody who truly can step back and analyze the two lines, I'm not saying MGK absolutely drilled it home. Yes, there's going to be a flaw. It's human stuff that we make, and that's the part of being human, is there going to be flaws. But, that being said, it was better than MGK's. It was better than Eminem's. Eminem kind of went, trying to show his technical skill like he has back in the day, but here's the thing. Nowadays, nobody really wants to hear that acapella really too much, or the weird shit that he would do with his voice. That was really an old, 1990s fucking early 2000s thing. That's not really popping off too much. It's been losing traction for quite a while. I mean, when Eminem and his diss, when he's like, oh, when he was cutting back to MGK, and he's like, oh, my 2 last albums sucked. That was 3 albums ago. Kaboo, get your facts right. Like, you're just basically saying he was right, but he was wrong about one number. That's kind of a pretty petty thing. That's like going into a room and being like, no, actually, it's, yours, not your. Like, it's fucking petty as fuck. So, anybody who thinks Eminem walked away with this thing with a victory, like, nah, dude. He used petty-ass fucking disses. It was all over some petty-ass fucking baby-type shit. Like, basically, well, a little brother being mad that his, I know it's his daughter, but this is, like, the level that he shows of anger here and going out of the way. It's like a little brother mad about his sister, big sister, getting a boyfriend and wants to just do anything to try to get in the way. Like, that's just literally him. Not that there is a relationship being built there, but it's that level of petty. Just willing to do anything to just be a fucking nuisance, and for stupid reasons. All MGK said was he had a crush on her. That's all he said. Left it from there. And then when MGK left a pretty fucking shitty fucking diss, within only a couple days, MGK responded. Fucking dropped a fucking killer diss track. And then you go listen to Eminem's and it's honestly not that good. Like, MGK's sticking on it. He's keeping to the flow. He's keeping to the beat. There's lots of mixes through there. There's lots of digs. Good digs. Eminem's is really just repeating what MGK said, but being like, yeah, nah. For example, he's like, oh yeah, you want to fuck Kim? Well, you're going to have to fuck her my flannels. Just kind of adding his own diss on top of a diss and MGK already put. He basically just took MGK's diss track, added a little bit on to everything that MGK said, and then was like, there, I got you, bro. Like, it's literally the definition of being in school, having an argument with somebody and being like, nah, fuck you, and the other guy being like, nah, no, fuck you. Just adding that extra nah, no, and then saying what you said. Like, that's basically what's done here. And it happens over and over again. It's like, oh, 2 albums sucked. To go, that was 3. Like, the only thing he really adds to that was 3, get your facts right. Like, that's the only thing he adds to the sentence. He actually really uses word for word MGK's fucking lines. There's quite a bit during this whole thing, and I know this seems very dumb. Seems very trivial. I get that. And it's been a while. But at the same time, I think this is really worth talking about. MGK is a fucking brilliant rapper. He really is great. And here's the thing. Here's one of the most... Well, here's something I find very interesting about the world in general. Is that no matter whether you're in politics, a normal job, or criminal organizations, here's the thing about it all. The guy at the top who's like running the shit, the guy who's considered the top dog, you always want him to be the youngest and the strongest. Like, you want him to be the most healthiest, the well-off, going to be there for a few years. Now, Eminem held that for a long time. Don't get me wrong. But he's pushing 50. And we can clearly hear with his lines and his music that it's starting to get bad. And it's starting to drop. And in fact, that's me being generous. But at the same time as that, MGK is a perfect fucking underdog to step up into the place. Yes, he's always called the underdog, a Walmart version of Eminem. In a way, yes, but in a way, no. Okay, yeah, he is the new underdog. In the same regards that Eminem was the underdog back in the day, MGK is the new underdog. But here's the thing. He's a fucking killer underdog. He's a winner underdog. He doesn't need somebody to come grab his hand, walk him into the music industry and say, hey, here's this guy I found on the street. That motherfucker walked in with his hands up like it was a fucking UFC championship win and fucking said, fuck yeah, bitch, I'm here to stay. So, in the regards of the whole thing, I really think MGK won. I'm not going to keep you guys here too long. I don't want to make too big of a video. Like, I'm not doing this for any other reason than to just literally put my point across. I hear everybody saying Eminem, 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 Eminem when it comes down to who won the beef. But it's like these same people don't listen to the actual disses word for word. They're more or less listening to like, oh, Eminem's from back in the day. I'll hop on that train. Like, when you genuinely pull the lyrics apart, some of the things that got said during it, MGK is seriously dissing Eminem at every fucking turn. Eminem's just trying to be like, nah, man, no, nah. Okay, like, him doing that back in 8 Mile was cool, but after fucking 20, 30 years, like, fuck, that shit gets boring, dude. That shit gets boring when you want to just roast yourself and try to use that as your roast tactics. Anyways, I'm gonna leave the video there. This was just my little like thing on it. I really wanted to like let you guys know my feelings. And as I said, this was more or less the perfect time to cover this all because it's been quite a while. It's been a few years, but also things have come out like the things that Diddy was doing, drugging people, like fucking apparently, and as, mind you, it's only speculation, but apparently he was like drugging Justin Bieber, and I've seen some of the clips. He looked fucking drugged. So I think this is gonna have to speak for some of the things that Eminem fucking is all about. If he's surrounding himself with people that's willing to drug other people for a fun time, and I don't think Eminem is that good of a guy as he claims. And I really think maybe a lot of people should rethink it. At least go back, listen to the tracks again, take in all the information, and then put an actual honest opinion on it. Don't hop on the dick ride of the biggest guy. Don't follow the trend of everybody else. If you genuinely pull the lyrics apart and even look at Eminem's themselves, you're gonna sway more towards MGK because they are hard-hitting disses, they are actual disses, and they hold water now. At the time, they held no water. Now they hold water. At the time, Diddy wasn't out as that, so it was like, oh, yeah, you called your man Diddy. It was just his buddy Diddy. Now that it's come out that Diddy was doing that shit and he's arrested for that shit, now we see what kind of people Eminem surrounds himself and the kind of person that he thinks is cool to have around. Anyways, I'm just going to leave it there. Okay, maybe I'll add one more thing. I'm just saying, it was apparently, I heard a rumor about Eminem being in the Epstein files back in the day. And me and a guy had a conversation about it, because I remember being in a conversation, and I defended Eminem. But after knowing that he's willing to hang out with Diddy and definitely would have been openly known to what Diddy was doing, I'm thinking if he actually was on Epstein Island, he was well aware of what was going on and probably was enjoying of it. That's probably why he likes his daughter bringing all of her cute friends around the house so much, so I think we have to speak a little bit here on Eminem and kind of maybe look at him twice here is all I'm saying. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and that's it from me.